Hello and welcome to Squid Pro Quo, a Squid Game podcast where there are only 3 rules. 1, a player is not allowed to stop podcasting. 2, a player who refuses to podcast will be eliminated. And 3, the podcast will be terminated if the majority agrees. I regret to inform you that I was not holding up the numbers.
Oh, I did
until
it.
2. Oh, good. I'm Sean.
I'm Mike. And we're the Squid,
We're the Squid
Boys.
Squid Boys.
Boys.
Squid Boys.
And this is, Sean, this is a very momentous episode.
It's a very sad episode. I hate that you say momentous.
It's momentous because
makes
it's
me
the
sound like-
first episode where we don't have an episode of Squid Game to talk about.
Oh, is that why it's momentous?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's also a sad episode.
Why is that?
Because we're done.
No, Squid Game Season 2 is coming, dude.
Yeah, but when?
We don't know when, but when it does, you know who will be
We
there?
have to wait. It'll be us.
The Squid Boys. The Squid Boys will be there.
Squid Boys.
So before we get into this episode's going to be all about Sean. I don't know if you know. I'm not sure you're aware.
I don't.
This
I don't listen.
episode's going to be all about different Squid Game theories, different Squid Game Easter eggs, Squid Game foreshadowing, and Squid Game what we think Season 2 is necessarily going to be about. But before we get into that, we have some.
Squid
we promised we would read some Squid comments from our Squid Gang. That's what you guys are called, the Squid Gang.
The Squid Gang.
The Squid Gang.
I will say, I'm a little disappointed.
Why is that?
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. We put out the call last time for like theories or whatever. Like, what do you think might happen in Season 2? You know, I think
That's
we did.
true.
At least,
We
right?
did.
We asked for that, didn't we?
We did ask that, and no one did it.
Nobody did it, and they don't get another chance.
Yeah, this is it. You guys fucked up.
You fucked up.
You fucked
It's
up.
all on you. You all messed up.
You all made a big mistake. Huge.
You will always remember the day you forgot to send in your theories.
Exactly.
For the final episode.
Because you know what? Even if you do it after this episode and Season 2 comes out, we ain't reading them.
No. We'd have to scroll up because you know by then we're going to have lots of other messages in those channels, right?
Like, when Squid Pro Quo Season 2?
When's
When's that coming
But like,
out?
you know what? To be fair, unlike a certain other coach right there, we can't do Season 2.
Gazoon tight.
Thank you. I didn't. Yeah, that's what that was.
Yep. I think you got a little dust in your nose there. Anyway, so
I did.
we do still have some stuff to read from the Discord, but it's not what we asked for. So
no, and I'm mad.
Sean sent me.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
I'm mad because Sean was like, "Mike, can you help me read this? I don't want to read all this."
Well, look, it's like 2 pages. I'm not. Look, we got to split this up a little bit. All right. People want to hear your voice.
No,
not mine.
they don't. But go ahead, Sean. Start us off, and I'll jump
All right, I'll
in.
start us off. So Corn said, and this is the first couple things we're going to be reading here is about Sexy Cop Man and whether he's dead or not. And Corn said, "Sexy Cop Man can't be dead. My thought after that scene was that he'd live, but you guys made a convincing argument. I called it from the beginning, though, that the front man was Sexy Cop's brother because of the pink bow box found in his room. That's quite a connection to make.
Yeah, to just assume he's the front man. Like I
Front
think
man's brother.
I thought that he had that in there because he was one of like the guards. Like
I thought he was in the game somewhere.
Well, that's what Junho thought too, is that he was one of the guards,
Yeah.
right? So that's where I was with it. But
Uh-huh.
Jip says, and this is Jip's official. I'm actually Jip's official voice actor. I don't know if you know this.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm
I forgot you do the Jib voice.
I'm the
for
official
dub.
voice actor for Jip. I'm looking for bookings. Check out my website. I
Jip
saw it
voice
coming
actor.
as well. He was my first guess, and my second guess was number 1 son he kept talking about. When I watch movies and TV shows, I'm always trying to guess what the plot twists are. Honestly, I've ruined a lot of twists for myself because of it. Also, Mike, you're going down on the 27th. Wow, that's terrible. Wow, what a terrible premonition.
That's embarrassing.
Second,
That's embarrassing.
I like my steak rare and I cut it myself. Thank you very much. Good mashed potatoes to go with it. Well, Jip, I'll tell you, I'm glad you're such a smart boy and you figure out this stuff on your own. But you know what you didn't see coming? Losing to me in the rando race on the 27th. So didn't see that one coming, did you?
You know, the doubters might say 6 seconds, Mike. What do you have to say to that?
Still 6 seconds faster than as the winner,
right.
you know? Like, okay. Oh, you only won. Wow. Yeah, I won.
You only won.
Oh, you only won. Weird. Nope, I won.
What a loser. You won.
I won. I beat Jip, and I'm terrible at Kingdom Hearts 2. So there we go.
And Egg responded, I didn't see it coming, sad face. I had 0 guesses. For some reason, I just didn't read into anything at all with that guy's brother until the actual reveal.
Okay.
I mean, like nothing? You know? Like nothing? Like
Egg, mind empty, heart full, you know?
For some reason, I just didn't read into anything at all with that guy's brother until the actual reveal. So, like, were you just watching the show, like, what's this cop guy doing here? Were you like...
Wow, really griefing Egg.
I don't know, man. I don't know what that sentence means. Because, you know, that could mean one of two things. It could just mean that, like, he wasn't thinking about, like, suspects. Or it could mean that he forgot that he was there because of the brother. And I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Egg will have to clarify for us, but we'll never know. Because again, this is
we'll
the
never
last
know on the
episode of this podcast. We're not even going to read the channel anymore after this. Generic
I'm muting
Tiff
it right now.
Says, regarding the shooting of Sexy Cop Man, the heart isn't on the right side of the chest. It's actually directly in the middle, behind your sternum, although a small part of it sticks out to the left a little. A shot to the upper right chest would not hit anywhere near the heart. It would collapse his lung, though, and his lung filled with water, he would die. So I want to clarify something. I kept saying the wrong side of the body, but I meant the other side. Like my dyslexia was like, because I kept saying the right side, and I meant the left side, because the heart does kind of lean over on the left side there. And that's where he shot. So that is what I meant. Because
Can I give my clarification
in
as well?
action movies, they're like, oh, he shot near his heart. You know, like that's a thing. So that's where I got it from.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
I'm not a physician.
This is not doctoral advice.
I'm bad at science. I'm just saying, I just want to clarify that I meant the left side because that is the side that the heart sticks out more a little bit. Anyway, what was your clarification?
My clarification is that I'm an idiot. Okay. And that's what happened.
Beautiful. Love that. Way to be honest.
So, yeah, I'm nothing but honest. I think that's right. I think I said that right. Anyways, Diana responded.
I'm honest with my butt, but honest.
Diana said, listen, yes, he has the risk of collapsed lung, but ... all irrelevant because he fell off a cliff to the ocean in an uncoordinated manner, and the water turns into cement when you hit, the water turns into cement when you hit it, and B, the shock from the hit and the cold water can paralyze you. And he is injured on the shoulder, so swimming is going to be hard. But yes, he will survive because TV show logic treats water like a cushion. And some lol.
Okay.
So Diana coming out and saying, definitively, he's alive.
And then Fabio agreed. And then Jip said that by the rules of Squid Game, if we don't see a body, they might not be dead.
And Generic Tiff said that it's very strange that frontman...
Just the silence from you after that was too much for me. Just the dead silence.
Your Jip voice is too good.
Generic Tiff said.
Sometimes I forget that I'm not talking to Jip when you're doing
Yeah,
that.
I know. It's very Jip-like.
It's a little uncanny valley area, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jip's been getting real mad at me recently too. I think I might be pushing the bit a little bit hard.
No, just be nice to him. I'll just do his voice. It's fine. Just pretend. Okay. I'll tell you what. I will say something to you as Jip.
Okay.
And you just say something nice to me, and then all's forgiven.
Okay.
Wow, Sean. How are you today? My name is Jip214. Don't call me JIP.
Well, Jip, I'm actually doing a pretty good day. Having a pretty good day.
Wow, Sean.
I woke up
a pretty good day. Suspect.
Yeah, well, you know what? At least I woke up. I woke up 7 seconds before my alarm tonight. So
Wow.
today. So
Really making fun of me, Sean. You were supposed to say something nice. Despicable.
Jip, we can't do this anymore. I actually told Jip the other day that I forgave him for betraying me in Among Us 2 years ago, which is where like this entire feud came from. And then immediately afterwards, he started railing on me. I tried to wave the olive branch.
Phrasing. I don't think anybody should ever
Generic
use
tips.
railing on me unless they actually mean someone railing on them, you know?
Look, I have fun phrases.
Rail on Sean, I must. All right,
And
what
he
did
was.
Generic Tiff say?
Generic Tip said, "It is very strange that Frontman didn't bother checking for his dead brother after he fell. He seems like the sort who would want verification, but maybe felt too haunted by his actions to do it, which is why Junho isn't actually dead. I also wonder if the Frontman could tell that the earlier body with Junho's police badge was not Junho. I mean, presumably, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he'd know what his brother looks like.
But also, well, it was pretty bloated and had like crabs crawling out of him.
I guess, yeah.
But still, it still looked like a person to me. Jip says, the dodgeball twist I mentioned was just like Mike said. Losing team gets shot.
Which is so boring.
Wow.
Like, total bankrupt of creativity.
Rissa said, I'm listening to Sunday's podcast. Sorry, Mike. I was losing my shit at Sean's bit, not you steamrolling it. As far as the games being added, when they did the honeycomb game and had the setting in the playground, I thought it was going to be grounders, where you have to be on the playground equipment without being caught by the person with their eyes closed trying to find people. And if you're on the ground / not on the equipment when the person seeking people yells grounders, they're out. So that would be an okay one to add similarly to how red light, green light worked, where if you're out, you die. And then Rissa also adds, thanks for the laughs and the amazing work as always. Thank you, Rissa. Very nice of you.
Thank you, Rissa. Isn't that like more complicated floor is lava?
Yeah, but I think like Floor's Lava is never like a competitive game where there's someone like in
I
the
guess
lava
that's true,
going,
yeah.
yo, you're in the lava. Like it's just everybody's
Once
a
you, like,
team trying
push
to make it
someone
across
into
the
it.
lava.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Like if you and I are playing
I mean,
Floor's Lava, I'm not gonna like shove you off the couch.
That's not true. Have you ever seen the episode of Community where like they play floor is lava for, I don't remember what is up for grabs. I think it might be like a TV or something, and the school just descends into chaos.
That's the only time
Also-
I've heard of Floor's Lava being a PvP game. It's
Yeah, no,
normally
it's
a
definitely
PvE.
They've got like brooms and they're like hitting each other with them and knocking them off their
That's
the
kind
chairs
of
they're
like
standing on.
when like radio stations will do that. You can win a car if you keep your hand on it for the longest kind of thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think that should be a Squid game.
If you take your hand off it, you get shot.
Yeah. Yeah, whoever keeps their hand on the car the longest. Or they could do it with the piggy bank.
Oh.
They lower the piggy bank down in the room and they have like 5 people left, and then whoever takes their hand off the piggy bank first gets shot, and then whoever's left wins.
Are you allowed to like run around it with your hand? Like as long as you're touching it, you're good. But can I like, if you're on the opposite side, can I run around it while keeping my hand on it and tear your hand off and get you out?
I think Squid Game would allow that, but I don't know that
Yeah.
would be the most fair thing in the world.
Yeah, but they don't give a fuck about fairness.
I don't know. They want everybody
They
to be
say they
equal.
do, but I don't know that they really do.
Ilnam and the front man did nothing wrong. Anyway, what did Wildcat Diana say?
Oh my God. All right, everybody, you heard it here. Michael SpikeGhetti says that.
I'll say it again.
Ilnam and the front man
did nothing wrong.
All right, clip it. Diana said, so I am late to the game you would want question.
Not
I can
late
think
enough,
of 2 popular
apparently.
games. The first one is translated here to The Blind Goat, and you play it by blindfolding a kid that plays the role of the goat, and then the other kids rotate him or her so the goat stays disoriented, and they sing a rhyme. Blind goat, where are you from? From the mill, do you have bread? No, then go to the floor. After the kids sing go to the floor, the blindfolded kid is pushed. And then the goat has to, in a limited space, catch the other kids. The kids that are grabbed lose. The Squid Game twist would be they would have to vote on the least or most skilled. That person would be the goat, and who gets caught gets shot. What the fuck is that game?
Diana.
What?
Diana. For those of you who don't know, Diana's from Portugal. And so we don't have reference for this game, but holy cow. I like the rhyme. Blind goat, where are you from? From the mill? Do you have bread? No, then go to the floor. And I'm sure it
That's not the part
rhymes
that
in
got
Portuguese. Right?
The part that got me is the blindfolded kid getting pushed to the floor.
Yeah, they push him down. It's kind of like Squid Game, honestly.
A little bit. That caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I didn't proofread these.
All right, what else did she say?
The second one would be the game of the tissue. You sit, the kids.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna laugh
Game of
until you.
tissue.
Oh man, Jip, you gotta quiet down, dude.
So sorry, Sean.
All right, Jip, just don't do it again. You sit the kids around in a circle, and there is one kid out. That kid gets a ball or a scarf. That kid has to put a scarf behind one of the other kids' back. The kid that gets the scarf or ball has to grab it and chase the extra kid around the circle before the little one sits in their place. Oh, so it's musical chairs.
Duck, duck, goose.
You lose if they reach it. Or duck, duck, goose. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, not musical chairs. Same twist apply. Yeah, so it's duck, duck, goose. Just say duck, duck, goose, Diana. God. And the last thing Diana said was, I feel so bad. I actually guessed it was the brother in episode 3.
Wow.
I wish you would have
Weird flex,
expanded upon
Diana.
that more.
Weird flex.
Because I don't, like, what in episode 3 made you
Yeah, what happens in episode 3?
guess that?
That's the one where he sneaks on, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, I guess it was just a shot in the dark, right?
I don't know. I'd love to get some elaboration, but as you know,
This is the last podcast.
this is fucking, this is it.
This is it.
You're never hearing from me ever
Right.
again.
Fabio said, I like the goat one because I love the idea of having to vote on who the goat is. It plays well on the whole, not knowing what the game is at first and using the players' preconceptions against themselves. So Fabio
God, man,
read that.
Fabio
read
smart.
that and said, I like that goat game. Get me more of that goat game.
Well, Fabio read that and used critical thinking to think about how, like, okay, how would that fit into the Squid Game? Where we read it and we were like, that's fucking, why are you pushing the blindfolded kid on the ground?
Fabio's a smart man. He also adds, the first thing I thought of with this question is cops and robbers. First off, they wouldn't know which side was which when they get to decide their teams. Half and half, one team is cops, other is robbers. Cops would get melee weapons and handcuffs and have to chase down robbers to capture them and put them in jail. The robbers can break each other out of jail if they can somehow sneak to the jail and outsmart whoever's guarding it. There's a time limit, and after time is up, the robbers that are caught get killed, and however many robbers are left uncaught, that's how many cops are killed, chosen at random.
Oh, I like that. I like that twist at the end.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about fairness, so I don't think giving cops actual weapons like guns is the right move, but inherently the cops would need some sort of physical means to subdue and capture the robbers. I have no real clue, but I suspect that this is an American game and not something kids play outside the U.S. LMAO. Maybe I'm wrong, though. I'd also like to read the next thing from Corn, by the way. I want to take this.
Yeah. Okay. So we're done with the game stuff at this point. The rest of this is just kind of
this is important
comments.
because I called this. Corn says,
okay, I know, I was wrong.
Just finished the episode, and all I have to say is, I'm embarrassed, but Mike hit it right on the head. Pepe hands Peepo sad, Pepega. My degeneracy knows no bounds. And what she means is, I said that Corn probably has Frank cut her steak for her, and I was right.
I can't believe it.
Diana also likes
so
steak
much
well
faith.
done, she says, as well.
Diana's also a cretin, so the steak well done. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's despicable.
Why do you hate yourself so much that you want to deny yourself good flavors?
Yeah. You cook all the flavor out of the meat, you freaks.
You're freaks, cretins. Fabio said, good fucking God. Hashtag leave Jip alone. I got you, bro. What do you think about that, Jip?
Jip is fine, Fabio. Jip will blink 3 times if Jip is in trouble.
See?
You,
Nothing.
You
He's good.
can't hear, but Jip blinked twice, not 3 times.
You have to listen for the third blink. It'll be somewhere in the show after this point. Fabio also said, I haven't seen Titanic, and at this point I'm too proud to give in. And honestly, I don't remember when we talked about
why
Titanic.
did we talk about Titanic?
I don't know. At some point we did, though. Maybe we're talking about long movies and how Titanic is really fucking long. I don't know. Regardless, Fabio,
don't watch it, Fabio.
You should watch it. Anyways, he said the composer who wrote the score for Squid Game is, you want to give that a shot?
Young Jae Il.
Who also did the music for the film Parasite, which is a great movie. And like I said, that's like the only other exposure I had to Korean media, or South Korean media.
What's crazy is that, like, that was something you said in the first episode, right? And for some reason in my head, when you said that, now I just like flash back to when we did the first episode and how quickly we have spiraled into insanity with this podcast.
Yeah.
I think this is the 10th episode.
Yeah.
I have a podcast that's almost 150 episodes, and we did not spiral as fast as this one has.
Yeah. I mean, that's me. That's what you get when you add me into something.
Sean's got a shelf life, ladies and gentlemen, and it's about 10 episodes.
I do. Yeah, once we get to 10 episodes, we've got to stop. It's not. There's nothing of worth after that.
I'm excited to try to see you pronounce the Spanish word for skirt steak.
Fuck. So Fabio then said, can't go wrong with a good steak, but honestly, skirt steak. Hang on. Churrasco?
I don't actually know. I just wanted to hear you try it.
Oh, all right. Well, we're going to say churrasco from a Spanish restaurant or for some steak tacos is where it's at.
Hell yeah.
You like a good steak taco?
I do. Actually, you know what's funny? I'm not big into like seafood.
Neither am I. We've talked about
this.
This is one of the...
I will eat the shit out of some fish tacos, actually, if they're well done.
Not
well done as it cooks,
I've never
but if
had
they're done
fish
well.
tacos. Yeah. No, because well done, as we've established.
Well done
Wrong.
anything.
Bad. Yeah.
More like hell done, am I right? Okay, I'm going to close this document now.
Did you really think that was going to work?
No.
What was the plan there? Okay.
No.
All right. That concludes the Discord section of the podcast for the final time. That's it. Your voices will never be heard on this podcast again.
Or anybody's voices. This is the last one.
Apparently we're not coming back for season 2.
Well, no, we're going to change the name. It's going to be...
no.
I'll think of it by...
Midnight Mass Podcast? Are we doing it?
No, I'll think of it by the end of the episode what the name change is going to be.
I'll break them eventually, guys.
Midnight Mass? More like Midnight Ass, you know what I'm saying?
Whoa, dude, that show's really good, though. It's really...
But Midnight Ass, though.
Okay, all right. But also...
Wait, but
we have some other stuff to talk about.
Have you thought
What's up?
Midnight Ass?
I thought about Midnight Mass a lot. It was a good show.
Let's talk about Squid Game. So
yes,
I think a good start, because we've a good start would be some of our favorite little like foreshadowing Easter eggy things that were in the show that maybe we noticed on our first watch or our second watch, I guess, because a lot of it I didn't notice my first watch. What do you got for that, Sean?
Well, I want to start with... I wrote down a note at one point that I don't know if this is actually fucking true. But at one point I wrote down a note of being like, and specifically with the old man, does the old man look cleaner at the beginning than the other people do?
Excuse me?
I genuinely thought he looked cleaner.
Hold on, I gotta look up. You're talking in the first episode.
Like in the first episode when they first meet him, like he didn't look as disheveled and like.
I'm pulling up episode 1 of Squid Game, red light, green light, right now.
I've been holding on to that note for 10 episodes.
To look at the cleanliness of the old man.
I've been holding on to that note for so long. I was like, does he look?
Okay, hold on, I'm almost there.
If we get to like, you're gonna be like, no.
Cleaner? What do you mean cleaner?
I don't know, dude.
I think everybody looks clean.
He looks. I think they do too. I'm looking back. I don't know what that note was about. Maybe. Oh, I wonder if it was from episode 2 when they're out. That I thought like he looked more put together than.
All right, I'm going to episode 2.
He should in that situation when he goes and he meets him outside the.
No, he doesn't.
I don't know what that note was about. I've been holding on to that for 10 episodes. It's like this is gonna be golden. I don't know what I wrote it down. I don't know. I didn't give enough context to myself in the note to know what I was talking about. I kind of think he looks more put.
He showered.
He looks more put together than the other characters in episode 2. I'm gonna. You know what? I believe it.
Okay, no, maybe you met in episode 3 when they're all back in.
Oh, let's go to episode 3. Let's go to episode 3.
Let's just go to every fucking episode, dude. Oh, you must have met when they were doing the marbles, dude. No, he does not look cleaner than everybody.
I don't know, dude. I thought it at some point. I thought it was important at some point.
No, not at all. I don't know what you're fucking referencing.
Neither do I, is the best part of that.
Do you have like a real fucking Easter egg, or are you just gonna like come up with bullshit? What was that?
This is something that I noticed, but then I forgot about until I was looking up Easter eggs, like right before we started.
Mm-hmm.
But the player number 1's page being missing from the 2020 player file. I think that's when I realized, or when I was like, yeah, no, he's definitely the when I thought that he was the head of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
when he didn't show up.
I didn't put that. I knew that he was missing. Like I recognized that, but I didn't put it together that he was like in charge necessarily. I was just like, oh, that's weird that he's missing. Huh? I'm an idiot.
What do you got?
I got this one. This one, to be honest with you, I didn't notice this in my first watch, but I've read it, and it's one of my favorite things. It's that the deaths of the main characters we meet in episode 2 are kind of foreshadowed. Sang-woo attempts to commit suicide in that episode, and then that's what he later does. Sae-byuk threatens to slash the whatever that guy she was, the businessman that she's trying to do business with. He's trying to locate or get her parents over to South Korea. That's what it is. But she holds a knife to his throat, and that's how she dies. Duck-soo jumps off a bridge, and he later gets grabbed and pulled off a bridge. And then Ali takes the money from his boss, steals, as some might say, but it's probably what he's rightfully owed.
Yeah.
And then later he's betrayed by Sang-woo, who steals the marbles from him. That one's a little weak to me, of the 4. That one's the weakest one, but I like the idea of foreshadowing how these people die. And on top of that, Gi-hun swears on his mother's life to Sae-byuk.
Yeah.
And then immediately, goes back on what he said. So when he comes home to her dead, that was like, to me, I remember seeing that. It's funny, I didn't recognize what you were talking about earlier about number 1 not being in the thing, but when I heard that, I was like, well, his mom's gonna die now. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, his mom,
I didn't pick up on that.
His mom's, and then that's later on they revealed she was in the hospital. I was like, oh yeah, she's dying.
I also just liked the general old man knows way, like he knows everything about these fucking games, Like he's like, oh, I know exactly how to do this game. I know how to win this game. I know how to win this game. This place is just like where I used to live. It's like, I wonder why.
Well, and what they do at first that actually does a really good job of masking that is they give him the backstory of the tumor in his head, which he does actually have.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like a lot of people I've seen have pointed out that he's so happy to be playing the red light, green light. But at that time, you think it's just because he doesn't care if he dies or not. You know, he just wants to have fun. But really, he knows that he cannot die. They're not going to actually shoot him. You know what I mean? To him, it's like a game. You know what I mean? Which it's a game to him regardless.
Yeah.
People are dying, but I think he likes being able to demonstrate how the game is played to people too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a when you're the kid that knows, I've done this before. I'll show you guys. It gives you a sense of importance,
Right.
you know? Especially a kid on the playground that knows the game and I can explain the rules to you all, you know? So what do you think about going back to episode 2 where he clearly looks cleaner than the others apparently according to episode 2 Sean.
There's something about that just seems so like wrong.
It does, right?
Yeah,
it does.
He's a bit cleaner. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I wrote it down. So he shows up where number 1 is.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry, not where number 1 is. He number 1 shows up where 4, 5, 6 is, at like that convenience store.
Yeah, and they eat raw ramen together. Yep.
Yeah. What do you think number 1's like? Why? You know, like it's not an accident, is it? Like there's no way.
So you want to know why he specifically wants Gi-hun to come back?
Yeah, doesn't that seem kind of douchish? Or douchey, I guess?
You know,
dickish?
I think he took a liking to Gi-hun.
Come risk your life with me. I'm not risking my life, but you come risk your life.
I think he took a liking to him. I like.
Yeah.
It's clear this man does not value a human life, right? Because he's letting them be used like,
I don't know, man.
They compare it to horse racing, but it's even worse than that because I'm sure this happens sometimes, but they don't often shoot the horse after the race is over.
Well, I mean, you did say that he did nothing wrong earlier.
Yeah, that was a joke, Sean.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to say that was a joke.
No.
Okay.
I refuse.
Okay.
Ilman did nothing wrong.
I think that scene like makes him seem even like more evil in like on second viewing.
Yeah.
That he picks this guy out and is like, come play my game. Like, you know.
Well, he doesn't actually say to him that you should go back. Does he?
Yeah, but why else is he gonna show up there? You know, like what? There's no way it's a coincidence, right?
Yeah.
So he clearly wanted to go and talk to this guy. And what else? What other reason? Is he just like, maybe we'll be friends outside of the game now? Like,
yeah, you're right.
He was planning to go back, so like, it's not like he was like, oh, I can start hanging out with this guy now. You know, like. I don't know. It's a weird scene to me, or not a weird scene. I think it's just like it's a good showing of how kind of messed up the old man is, really. Because I feel like I've seen some people online that kind of like are like, oh, the cute old man. He just wanted somebody to play with, you know. He just wanted to play the game too. It's like, no, he's still like a bad person. You know, even if there's a softer and emotional side to that, he still has this. For sure, no,
he's still a terrible person because he's still doing all kinds of, you know. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm reading this theory right now that might blow the roof off the doors here. Okay.
Oh my God, is this gonna be big?
This might be huge. This might be a ding ding ding.
This isn't like the chains thing, right? Where it's like, I don't have a. They're not. He's not chained.
No, yeah,
it's not like that, right?
That's stupid.
Okay.
That's stupid.
One thing I would say about that scene, just really quickly, because I went to just look at it and look at the subtitles really quick. I mean, he does really give Gi-hun his philosophy right there that he repeats again at the end.
Right.
Like he lays it all out there right in episode 2. And I mean, we talked about like all the foreshadowing that you talked about a minute ago is all also in episode 2. Like I do think episode 2 is probably the best episode.
I agree.
In the whole series.
So Sean,
you got your thing?
Are you ready for this theory? Are you ready to have
I'm ready
your
for
mind
this.
blown?
I'm ready. Blow my mind.
So this is apparently a theory that comes from TikTok. A lot of different people. It's gone viral.
Okay.
And they think that Ilnam is actually Gihan's father. Dun, dun,
What?
dun.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So the first moment that they believe that really says comes in episode 3, after Ilnam overhears Gihan telling the workers he can't drink regular milk because he couldn't digest it as a child. And Ilnam says, as a kid, I'm willing to bet you got spanked a lot. And Gihan replies, how did you know? And Ilnam says, my son did too. He was just like you, friend. So it's like, okay.
Is that
Hold on. You gotta let the whole theory connect here.
Okay.
And in episode 6, he says, when they're walking around the Marbles neighborhood, Ilnam says, you know, when I was a kid, I lived in a neighborhood just like this. Gihan then reveals that he did too, saying, you know something? Our alleyway looked very similar.
Oh, okay. All right.
In the first episode, Gihan attempts to get into his mother's bank account using his birthday, 426, as the PIN code. Later on in episode 6, Ilnam asks if it's the 24th because his son's birthday is coming up soon.
Oh my God. That one is, but we don't know what month it is, do we?
No, we don't, but what
and I feel like we'd know if Gihan's birthday was coming up.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good point. That one is a little shaky, but it's better than the other ones.
And then people are also theorizing that Ilnam was the first player and Gihan was the last player, meaning there could be a deeper meaning behind the numbers. Some think it means that Ilnam intended to hand the games over to Gihan before he passed away. Now.
Well. According to KBI Zoom, Huang set the record straight in a video interview for the K-drama. He was asked if the Squid Game theory was true and answered no.
Oh, well, it's a fun theory.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just was like, I
was believing it.
Yeah, the page I was on said, Squid Game theory about Gihan and the old man that will make you rethink everything.
And I was.
Yeah, it made me rethink it. But yeah, it was pretty far-fetched, especially considering why would he have his son go into this game where he could possibly be killed?
Yeah.
Unless it's later revealed that Gihan couldn't lose.
I mean, he could be lying. You know? Remember all the times they were like, Benedict Cumberbatch is not playing Khan. You know?
Yeah.
So like, hey, maybe the director could be
Squid
lying.
Game specifically lied about that.
I mean, maybe it's a twist he's going to reveal in season 2.
Well, that's the thing.
So he has to keep it a secret, you know?
Gihan does get some very interesting luck, right? Certain things. Like he picks the one vest on the glass bridge, right?
Yeah, but he also picks Umbrella.
That's true.
With the, you know?
That's true. I guess there's not that much luck.
He's just talented.
He's just talented and skilled. All right, Sean, what else you got for me?
Well, on that same page that we were talking about earlier, I found out apparently O Il Nam translates to first man.
Ooh.
Which, do you think that's even his fucking real name? Like,
I don't know.
Or is that symbolism on the part of the creator? Or is that...
I don't think we'll ever know the real answer, but I think it's probably symbolism on the part of the creator.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure, you know, this is kind of like a thing where it's like, would it be nice to have Discord things to read as well? Because I'm a little zero head sometimes. But that's kind of the stuff that I really caught on to and latched onto in a big way.
I got one more that I read today that I was really impressed with, and I told you this earlier, but
okay.
During episode 6, when Saibyuk and Jae Young are sharing their stories, she mentions a movie and says a line from a famous South Korean movie called Inside Men, starring Lee Byung-hun. My apologies if I'm saying that wrong, but that is the actor who actually plays the front man. And so they reference this famous South Korean actor, and then he's actually in the show. as the front man, and we didn't know that yet. And
That's really cool.
One of the articles I read compared it to if the show was made in America, if like Brad Pitt was the front man.
And then we talked about Deadpool 2 for a while.
Yeah, we did. We did after that but I really liked that. That's pretty funny. I don't think that happens very often where you reference an actor and then he's in the movie not as himself, right?
Yeah. No, I can't really think of.
Like I can think of movies where they reference actors, but then the actor like shows up later.
Yeah.
Like Bill Murray in Zombieland.
Isn't that also in one of the Ocean's movies? Isn't somebody playing themselves in that movie?
Oh yeah, they do this bit where Julia Roberts pretends to be Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
To like steal something, and then Bruce Willis shows up and he's like, "Hey, Julia," because they're friends, but it's really supposed to be Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
And then they find out she's not Julia Roberts, but she actually is Julia Roberts, so it's a little confusing.
Yeah. They do
also,
a weird thing.
Matt Damon wears a weird nose in one of those movies.
Matt Damon, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for watching Ocean's 15.
Oh yeah, Ocean's 15 talk.
That's the Ocean's 13. That's our new Kingdom Hearts Oceans podcast.
Well, okay, all right. I gotta pull this thread a little bit longer. What is
Oceanization 13?
What is the plot of this podcast? What's the premise?
We put the organization members with whatever Ocean's member they match up with.
That doesn't last very long.
I don't know. I think I could talk about Demix being Matt Damon for a while. I think.
Like you think a couple episodes?
Yeah. I could stretch it.
All right. Well, I believe you.
Yeah.
So I know we also wanted to talk about like what we want to happen in season 2 and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I do want to talk about that.
All right. You want to start off with that?
Sure.
I'm interested to see what you want.
So, okay, I guess it's not really what I want, but what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
So a trope in a lot of these killing games that have sequels is you start off with like the new class, so to speak, right? And the original characters aren't necessarily there. Maybe the front man's there. And the guards, obviously. But we start off with a new class. And then I think what will happen is we start off with a new class. We meet some new characters. There's a new main character, a new Gihan, if you will. And it doesn't happen the exact same way because they're not going to go back and do an episode 2 again, right? Maybe they do it in a flashback way, but they're not going to do the thing where they release them and then let them come back because that's too easy. But I think at some point the game falls apart, and I think Hunger Games kind of does this too. The games don't resolve; they fall apart because Gihan's on the inside. Maybe he's a guard.
Ooh,
maybe and
is that his reveal scene? We see him like grab somebody.
Right, he like grabs the main character to like help them. And he takes off the mask and he has the red hair and he goes, "I've been here before," or some line like that, right?
He's like, "Chewie, we're home," or something like that.
Right, yeah. I think
they stop for the applause as well. The show pauses for a second so people can clap.
He winks at the
when
camera.
He takes the mask.
Yeah. But like that's a pretty easy trope that I think they could definitely. And I know this show isn't super tropey, but it has like some like they turn some things on its head a little bit, but it does also have some tropes as part of it. And killing games, like I don't want to spoil other killing games for people, so I'm not going to say anything. But there are other media like this that I've witnessed that do kind of a similar idea.
I think that's smart. I think that's a good idea.
And, for all you sexy cop truthers that think he's still alive, he could somehow play into that if he is still alive as well, right? And then you have Gihan team up with the sexy cop and the new protagonist.
Do we get a scene? Do we get like the Predators, like the arms when they grab each other's hands, the handshake scene?
Oh yeah, maybe
between Sexy Cop Man and Gihan.
And what they could do, like another, Hunger Games definitely does this in the second one where the game doesn't end and they escape, and then it leaves you on a cliffhanger of we got to take down the government or whatever, right? Like they could definitely do that too, where it's the end of the season and that's when Gihan shows up. And then, like, our new protagonist comes to, and Gihan's there, and then the sexy cop's there, and you're like, what? He's alive, kind of thing. You know, I don't know. Like they could do a lot of weird shit like that.
All right, here's the twist.
All right, give me the twist.
Here it is. So we don't see Gihan for any of episode 1. Okay, episode or until like the very end. Like Gihan's not in episode 1. Like it's following this new character through the first death game, and like a guard saves them or something during the game, and then on the way back to the room, a guard pulls them into another room in the maze or whatever, takes off the mask. It's Gihan! Clap, 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 we're all applauding, yada, yada, yada. And we keep going through the season and we're like, how is Gihan doing this? Like, how's he pretending to be a guard so well? How is it working? What's going on? And then we get revealed, like, towards the end of the season. Gihan and Frontman have been working together the whole time. And Frontman has taken an interest in Gihan after that scene where he was actually in the room at the end of season 1 the whole time. And he's been haunted by what happened to his brother. So brother's still dead, and we get scenes of, like you talked about, like where he's like looking in the mirror and like he fucking sees his brother or something.
Right.
And he's decided to flip on it, and he's using Gihan as like his agent.
Okay.
And he's helping him from the inside. And this is why Gihan is able to get around and do stuff, because he's got Frontman looking out for him.
So the only problem I have with that is, who is the front man hiding from here? Because presumably Ilnam is dead, and it's the front man's show now.
I don't know that that's the case.
Well, the VIPs they can't set any of it up, because then they can't bet on it.
There was, oh God, I did write something down that I thought was interesting. Frontman reports to somebody in one of the episodes that is not Ilnam. I think when the VIPs show up.
No, I know what you're talking about. He's on the phone and he says the VIPs will be here shortly. I know what you're talking about.
The ringleader or whatever. Well, the host is something. He's like, I'm glad you're enjoying the show, sir. The host is waiting for the VIPs to arrive or something.
Right. So I wonder who that is. That like the president of South Korea?
Ilnam said that he and his friends got together and decided to put this on.
Right. So
maybe he's not the only host. Like, I still like the idea of we jump to a different country for another game. Like, I do latch onto the scene from the VIP who says like, the South Korea game or whatever, like the Korea, like you said, you probably think it's talking about the neighborhood. Like they were saying that game was particularly interesting. I think that's probably very likely, but I think it'd be cool if it was literally saying the South Korean games are always the most fun to this guy, and that the games happen all over the world.
Yeah, possible.
So maybe we could move to a different country for it, and also just, you know, I think there's people above Frontman, and I think that's something that I really want to see in this new season, is how this organization is actually structured. Right. Because if Frontman was one of the players, like, is he the Frontman every time? Like, is there sometimes Frontman is a different player that won previously? And
well, that would make more sense as to his disappearance, right?
Yeah,
like if he's not always the Frontman. Because
it's not like he's disappearing for long stretches of time constantly.
Right. So maybe this was his first time being the front man. Maybe that's something they offer to people who have won in the past when they come around or whatever, you know? Because I can't imagine most people feel like the front man. I think they probably feel like Gihan when they win.
Yeah.
You know? So no, that's interesting. I like that.
I also still think it was very interesting that Frontman had that Theory of Desire book on his desk in that thing. I think Frontman's gonna end up being a really complicated character if they bring him back, and I really hope they do, because I think there's a lot to that character, and there's a lot that you could pull out of that character narratively. And I would like to see like he's been secretly helping them the whole time. Like, I think that's a good twist.
Yeah, I like that. All right, here's another thing I want to see, right? So in my version, the front man is just the bad guy, right? Boring, right?
Okay,
but him and Gihan are having this big fight scene.
Oh, the big battle?
On a helicopter platform, right? And it's raining.
Okay.
And and the front man has the advantage. He's about to kill Gihan. And then you hear, pew, and a bullet goes through the front man. And he grasps where he's shot, and he turns around. Who? Because all Gihan's friends have been eliminated. And it's Cybiok's little brother with a gun.
All right, here's one. That same fight is happening, okay?
Okay.
And the other main character's there too. It's Gihan and the other main character, this new character, okay?
Yep.
They're in your class, and they're
Possibly
fighting.
a woman?
Yeah. And they're fighting with the front man, and this is really cool. Like, we're going like kind of Matrix, like slow-mo, like action sequences happening. And like Gihan gets knocked down to the ground, and front man says some shit or whatever, and then Gihan's chest starts to glow. And then front man goes to kill the new character, and a beam of light comes out of the sky. And it's Nam. And he lands.
What?
He lands like Roxas at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay. I like it.
And he's like, I'm a... he's like, his kind of... Gihan's connection to me brought me back.
Oh my god.
and it's Gihan, the new main character, and Ilnam versus the front.
Okay, are you ready for another one?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
This whole fight scene's happening. And frontman knocks down Gihan, and he's like, You can't defeat me, Gihan. You're just but one man.
He can.
And then you hear, hey, on your left. And Daksu and the crazy lady and Cybiok and Songwoo and everybody start coming through the portal.
And you know how when they're coming through the portal in that scene, like the movie stops so you can applaud Spider-Man's entrance?
Spider-Man, what are you talking about, dude? This is an original idea.
No, sorry. Yeah, of course. The movie is gonna stop. That's Ilnam's entrance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He swings in on like a grappling hook.
Yeah.
And lands
in his only the way only he can land.
Yeah, and it cuts to like that big smile on his face, and it cuts to Gihan laying on the ground, sitting up, smiling at his.
And he just looks at Gihan and he puts his hand out and he goes, Ganbu. They grip hands and he helps him up. Yeah. Okay, I got another one. Okay. You ready?
Okay.
So, same situation. Gihan's down, about to lose to the front man. He's and the same situation as my previous one, where then a shot flies through the front man.
Okay.
But right before the shot, you hear red light. And the front man turns around and it's the fucking red light, green light bot.
And there you go. The Cybiok's little brother has reprogrammed it.
Yeah, there you go. He's operating it as a mech. He's inside of it.
It all comes back to Pacific Rim,
yep.
where Gihan and the new protagonist need to work together to
Idris Elba's in there. No one knows why.
Today, we cancel the apocalypse.
Yeah, so as you guys can see, we are very excited for the season 2 of Squid Game. We have a lot of good ideas.
We're waiting for the call.
The creator was having some trouble trying to think of some stuff. So, hey, man. Oh, dude, I forgot to say Ali comes through the portal. I'm so sad.
Of course.
Him and his baby and his wife come through the portal.
All of them do?
The front man is like, this is impossible. And then he gets beamed in the side of the head by a fucking red piece of paper. And the fucking guy from the subway's there.
Would you like to play a game, sir? Like...
You work for me, this is impossible. And they all just fucking kill the front man.
They just form a pile on him.
Just absolutely take him down. Rip him limb from limb.
There's a scene where they're fighting all the guards, because all the guards appear, come up too, so they can have a big fight scene.
Right, for sure. The guards are like Thanos getting his this is an original idea. Yeah, sorry.
And Duck Sue is like on the ground, like boom, boom. Oh no, oh no, no. And then somebody grabs the guard that's about to kill him and throws him away. And it's the dude he played marbles against.
Yeah,
he's like, this time we fight together. And they're using the skills they learned in the games to beat the guards.
Yep. God, that made me laugh so hard. I had another one, and now I can't remember what it is.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, no, I remember. So that cuts to this is all happening. All these guards are fighting, and the frontman and Gihan are facing off. And the fucking Jesus guy just starts praying. But nothing fucking happens. It's just him praying.
No. And you're waiting for like a lightning strike or something, but nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Not one thing happens. He just prays, and nothing happens.
All right. There's a scene. There's a scene where one of the VIPs is like fighting too. Okay, the VIPs
they're definitely in.
And one of them just can't be taken down, and so Cybyuk is like, hey, guess what, boomer? I screenshotted your NFT.
Oh, and he just evaporates, just screaming.
Attack and
he just starts evaporating. How dare you!
I screenshotted your NFT. Oh God.
So sorry to anybody that thought we were gonna have serious conversation about what season 2 was.
I had one for that one, but it's a spoiler for No Way Home, so I can't do that one.
You wait, like 3 Gihans come out of the
they're like Gihan, the fucking protagonist dies, the new character, and he's like all sad. And the rest of the people who have escaped, like the people that are still playing the game, are like, we need Gihan, we need him to come help us. And they're like, find Gihan. And they're doing the circle thing. It's Gihan comes through, but played by different like different actors. And they're like really popular actors from like other countries. So like a really popular Bollywood actor comes through.
Oh my God, dude. This is such a terrible idea.
In my world, I was the person that took down the Squid Game.
It's just Gihan, but he has different color hair. Red and blue and green.
Oh my God.
Just shades of Gihan.
50 Shades of Gihan.
50 Shades of Gihan, the sequel.
All right, do you have any other ones? Are you out?
I don't know, man. I think I'm out.
The only other one I've got is like they're having their big fight, and then frontman goes 6 seconds to win, Jip.
Wow, why is Jip there?
What will you do with them? And it's Sephiroth.
Oh my God, I knew. What's funny is when I beat him by 6 seconds, I was trying to like think of a good Sephiroth joke, but Jip wouldn't.
And you're sitting there, but you're watching and you're like, I can't tell if this is Sephiroth or a joke about Jip. You're like, but also Jip's not in the show, so he's just he looks at the camera and he goes, 6 seconds to the end, Jip.
Yeah, they
what will you
Jip
do
through
with
the fucking TV?
Jip comes through the portals. And Jip's like, assist you, I must.
Oh my God, no. Jip, I'm sorry. Sean just did your voice and he's not the official voice actor. I'm
not. I'm the fan dub.
Yeah. You're the fucking Squid Game dub.
All right, Mike.
Dude, this has been a wild episode. I don't even know what to say now.
It has.
Was there something else we were supposed to cover that we didn't?
I don't know. This is our last chance to. If
Right.
there is.
So we talked about the foreshadowing and the Easter eggs.
We took the Discord stuff. We
Took the
talked about what we
Discord
want. We talked seriously about what we want to happen, and then we turned it into a joke.
We memed for a good 20 minutes.
They were good, though.
They were good memes. I think they were good memes. No, I guess before we end, Sean, we should just probably say, what we thought of the first
That's
season
a good
as
idea.
a whole, right?
Yeah, we had talked about that. Yeah,
from a critical standpoint and how we enjoyed it. So, I will say that I really enjoyed the show. Obviously, we enjoyed it if we decided to make this podcast, right?
Yeah.
And I really like some of the twists they did. Like we talked about, episode 2 really makes the show. Like that episode kind of turned what you expected to happen on its head, and it introduced us to these characters. And it's like I said, the first time I watched that episode, I wasn't super into it, but after watching the rest of the show and then rewatching, I realized how important that episode was and how much I actually did enjoy it. Because like I had the mindset of I got to get to the games, give me more games, But I really think it's easy when something gets this popular to go, well, that's just, it doesn't deserve it or whatever. I think this show does deserve the hype it's gotten. I don't think they should make fucking Funko Pops of the characters.
No,
like
that's weird.
But I do think it's a very good show, and it deserves the popularity it has, because not only is it well done, but it like kind of transcends different cultural barriers. Because I don't think I ever would have watched a show that's in Korean before.
Oh yeah.
This, and now I'm like, well, I wonder what else is out there. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I really think it's a good show. I'm excited for season 2 if there is one. And I just thought it was really well done. It's not a perfect show. It's not the best season of television I've ever watched, but it's good and it's worth your time. And if you've probably watched it by now, so I don't know why I'm trying to convince people. But I'm glad we did this podcast, and I'm glad I watched the show on a whim, kind of because you started watching it, honestly. So thanks, Sean.
Oh yeah. Well, so you're welcome. But also, I would say about this show, I think everybody should. I would implore people to watch it once. I know there are some people that are going to be like, it's popular and I don't want to watch it, or some people that are just going to be like, it's not my thing, and that's cool. You don't have to watch it. But I think that like this kind of show is why the Netflix model exists. In the like release it all at once. In that it's a very easy show to binge.
I don't know that I would have watched this show if it was a weekly release thing. I think it would have drove me nuts.
I'm a big proponent of weekly releases. I think the Netflix model is killing television. But this is the kind of show where I'm like, you know what? No, this would have not worked as well weekly. I will say, I think on my second watch, it didn't hit quite as hard as the first one.
Well, that's fair, because the twists and turns.
The twist, and I think that's a lot of what the show sits on.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how people's mileage will go on second watches. I'm not sure if this is a show that'll be like, I want to rewatch this again. I'm constantly rewatching it.
I wouldn't say it's a rewatchable show.
No.
I think you watch it once and you go, oh, that was great.
Yes. In terms of writing and directing and all that, I'm astounded that one person did this. This is the kind of thing that I think is very rare in creators, that somebody can do something like this.
For sure.
The only other person I can really think of that has done something like this that I've seen is Mike Flanagan, which he wrote and directed all of Midnight Mass.
Really trying to get me to watch Midnight Mass.
I really want you to watch Midnight Mass, dude. It's so fucking good. But also just like that's another creator. I think he did all of Midnight Mass. He either did all of Midnight Mass or he did all of one of his other shows. That's on Netflix. But like that's the kind of thing that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of crazy work.
Mm-hmm.
He did all of Midnight Mass. He wrote and directed all of it. So that's not something that you find. That's not a creator that comes along very often.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when a creator like that can do that comes along, you give them whatever they want. Not whatever they want. You can run into problems with that. Obviously, restrictions in art usually are a good thing. Boundaries. But for the most part, I would be shocked if this guy did not like work for the rest of his life in this industry, like as one of the most respected creators in the industry. I think it's a monumental accomplishment, especially for the history that there is behind the show and how long it took him to get it made and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this show is like a 10 out of 10. With the understanding that like nothing is perfect and there's flaws in everything.
Right.
It's not the best thing I've ever
doesn't
seen.
Mean perfect. It just means really good.
But like, I think it is one of the closest things to perfect you can get. It's not the best, but best season of television, like you said, but it's pretty high up there, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think it's definitely. I mean, didn't watch a lot of TV last year, but I think it's probably my favorite season of television I watched last year.
Oh, easily. And if you were to be like, what's your favorite televisions of shows of all time? It would pop up. What is or what do you think? Maybe not favorite, but like, what do you think is the best television season of all time? Like, shows that would pop up would be like this and Watchmen. Like,
I haven't seen Watchmen.
Watchmen is so fucking good. But yeah, like those kinds of, and Midnight Mass would also pop up in that list. But anyways, yeah, I think it's a pretty damn good season of television.
I agree.
That people are going to be talking about for a long time.
I agree. Definitely. So I guess that's going to kind of wrap this whole season of this podcast up. I hope you guys, when you think about the greatest podcasting seasons, I hope you think of this podcast, season 1.
I mean,
of Squid
the climax. The climax of this episode was pretty insane.
It was.
So
I'll also say that we appreciate. I think this podcast got a lot more listenership than we expected.
Yeah.
Even though we both have podcasts that we have listener bases and but you don't get everybody to come over from that kind of stuff. Not everybody watches Squid Game, but so I just want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in and said stuff. I know we were giving people crap about not saying stuff in the Discord, but a lot of you said a lot of different things in the Discord, and
the fact that we got anything is kind of astounding to me.
It's pretty nuts. So we appreciate you guys, and if there's a season 2 of Squid Game and you guys want it to come back, it will come back.
Your Squid Boys will be here.
The Squid Boys will come back at some point.
The
Squid Boys will return in season 2.
In Avengers and sorry, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Didn't know what you were going for there. But we had a blast doing this, and I love my friend Sean. I think he's great. So it's fun.
I love my friend Mike. Smilers.
It's fun to finally do a podcast with you, my friend.
Yeah. That was like we've talked about like jokey kind of stuff before, and some other things that have been a little more. I'm still thinking we should do it, dude.
What a
I'm still thinking. I still think we should do it. Cobra Y, dude.
Yeah, but I don't know about that one.
This was a lot of fun. I was really glad that we got to do it.
But Sean, as much fun as it is, I think it's time that we terminate this episode.
I agree. We have both hosts agree it is time to terminate the podcast.
All right, bye everybody. We'll see you next season.
We'll see you guys next season.
Oh, Sean's crying. Jesus.
Goodbye, guys.
Oh my God.